G'day ladies and gents, and welcome back to Star Citizen with Mags. And yes, Citizencon hype is in full swing, and today we're going to be taking a look at Star Citizen's newest ship, the Polaris. Now, the Polaris LTI, a lifetime insurance, just won a limited number pre-sale for $625. This is a sale price and is only available to SIG subscribers, concierge level backers, and those lucky enough to be at Citizencon, and it can only be done for real money cash. You cannot use store credit for this pre-purchase. It will be available for its regular price of $750 on Sunday, and store credit will be available for usage there. And as this is a concept ship, it is worth reminding everybody that outside of these artworks and the design and concept itself, this ship does not exist in any usable or viewable form inside of the game at this point. Now, as always, it's worth reminding everybody as well that while this ship is available to buy for real money now, this ship will also be available in-game for the in-game currency when Star Citizen's Persistent Universe goes live. The concept sale is mainly for those who would like to back the project more and want the ship waiting for them when the game launches. But anyways, we can only currently have a few available facts on this ship at this time, but let's talk the stats and information we do have, and while we're at it, let's do a little theory crafting. So, the Polaris's in-game manufacturer is RSI, and it is a Corvette class ship, so the smallest of the light capital class vessels. It's intended for both a naval patrol vessel ship and to serve as a flagship for militia operations, to perform search and rescue operations, light strike missions, and general security patrols. Its maximum crew is 24 people with 7 manned stations inside. Stations will include things like the pilot's position, engineering, navigation, sensors, and so on, although the details as to exactly what stations will be in there are currently not available. She's 155 meters long, which is longer than I was expecting. I was guessing from the little bits of information we got out prior to this from live streams and around the verse, small mentions here and there of the Polaris, that she would be around 100 meters or a little over in length. And judging from the images we've seen so far, she is fully capable of landing on planets. She carries 3 large shield generators, front, center, and rear. I'm assuming that the front and rear shields will perform a cone around the ends of the ship with a central shield position, creating a cylinder that connects the 2 cones. Hull armor is interesting, as I believe this is the first time I've ever seen armor listed as a stat. I don't recall seeing it on the Indris or the Javelin either, so this isn't a capital ship thing. But regardless, it's only lightly armored, which is to be expected as it is a light capital. But it is a light capital, which means that that light armor is still going to be several times in magnitude stronger than any single-person fighter or multi-crew ships that we currently have available in-game. She's powered by a single capital-sized power plant, which is to be expected. She's a light capital after all, nothing much to say there. Now, the weapons on the Polaris are interesting. I was originally expecting the Polaris to be a flak boat, a ship designed to provide a powerful anti-fighter bomber screen for large capital vessels. However, the Polaris's primary armament seems to be 4 torpedo tubes with 24 size 6 torpedoes. It seems she's actually designed to hunt and kill other light capitals or to work in groups to take down large capital ships, like a bigger, angrier Retaliator bomber. She's also armed with 7 turrets, currently with an unknown size of weapons, but being a capital I would expect no less than size 5, possible size 6 size guns. Her turrets seem to be positioned for self-defense, but this is significantly lower than what I would expect for a flak boat designed to defend against other capitals. Also, it appears that at least 5 of these 7 turrets are able to fire forward to the front of the ship, which just reinforces my opinion that the Polaris is actually designed for attack rather than defense. The cargo hold is currently listed at 216 SCU, so small for the Polaris' size, but it's to be expected. The cargo hold is just to carry supplies for the Polaris' mission, not to haul goods, so that seems about right. What was more unexpected for me was the Polaris' landing bay. According to limited information available, the Polaris includes the facilities to repair, rearmor, and refuel a single fighter, light bomber, or support ship. So what ships could she take? Well, looking at the size of the bay in comparison to a 155 meter length, I would say that most fighters from the Gladius to the Sabre are in. With the mention of a light bomber, I'm thinking possible size 3 maximum ships. That would include the Vanguard Warden and the Gladiator bomber, and with the length of only 38 meters in comparison to the 155, the Polaris could possibly take a Redeemer or a Terrapin, although that would both depend on the width and depth of the bay. And this is information that we currently don't have. So what don't we know? Well, quite a bit actually. First is the turret guns. Right now, with it seeming to be focused on attack-styled role, I'm guessing it's size 5 and possibly size 6 guns. However, I may be overestimating simply due to the Polaris being Corvette class. I would still expect size 5 weapons, however, size 4s on the flanks is possible for simple anti-fighter defense. I would be surprised to find anything smaller than a size 4, however. Secondly is range. Right now, the general assumption is the Polaris should have very good range. However, the current operational roles listed do not indicate multi-system capability. Its listed roles of naval patrol, militia flagship, search and rescue, strike and security could all be performed by an in-system patrol craft. If this is the case, then moving the Polaris long ranges may require system-to-system refueling and prevent the ship from operating long range in uncharted or sparsely populated systems. Finally is sensor capability. While the Polaris is clearly made with combat in mind, it's currently unclear as to its ability to locate its target system-wide alone. In fact, that may be the primary reason for the flight deck, so the Polaris is able to carry a recon vessel to act as its eyes when operating alone. Hopefully we should have a clearer picture of the Polaris's abilities as Citizencon moves forward. Overall, a very interesting ship, and I quite like the design. However, at the offered prices, I won't be picking one up. Sorry, Sig, as much as I love you guys, this one's out of my price range. I will probably look at getting one for my Corp flagship at some time, but this one will be ground out in-game, using in-game credits to pick up. Anyways, ladies and gents, it's a little over 24 hours at the time of the posting of this video until the official start of Citizencon 2016. I already cannot wait for the live streams, and I hope some of you will be able to join me in checking those out. As always, please leave a comment in the comment section down below, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and I will catch you around the verse.